Who's the monkey that's really proud? It's Andy. It's Andy. Who's the monkey that laughs out loud? It's Andy. It's Andy. Who's the monkey that wears weird clothes? It's Andy. It's Andy. Who's the only monkey we know that glows? It's Andy. Andy. It's Andy, everybody. Yay! Da 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 do 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 do. Da 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 do do. All right. Da 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 do do do. Hey now. Da 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 do do. Mr. Kovacs class. It's Mr. Kovacs class. You might learn a ton. It's Mr. Kovacs class.
He's interested too.
It's Mr. Kovacs class.
And he's super cool.
It's Mr. Kovacs class. All right, the world famous face game. It's world famous. And to play this game, you're gonna need some index cards. Right. These are all index cards, correct? They're all index cards. Right, they're all the same thing. But they have different flavor, or different colors or flavors, right? These are like this salmon colored, these are blue colored, and these are yellow colored, right? So they're all the same thing, but they come in different colors, right? It's almost like genes, right? But genes might come in different flavors or different, we call them alleles, right? And just like genes, these cards are gonna tell you what to do with your face. So let me show you, all right? This card, the salmon color card, we call this card tongue out. If you get this card, you have to do this. Tongue out. The blue card is called the fish face. If you do this, you have to, if you get this card, you have to do this. Fish face. Now in this game, you always have, you have to get two cards. So if you get two cards, if you get this one and this one, that means you would have to do both faces, right? You'd have to do tongue out. So, yeah, in this game, you're gonna see combinations of cards and you have to identify the face. Oh, the yellow one, that's what you're asking. The yellow one is special because the yellow one, it makes you do this. It's a crazy psycho face, but there's a special rule of the yellow one. We call the yellow one recessive. That means it doesn't work. It doesn't work if there's a blue one, and it doesn't work if there's a salmon colored one. It only works when there's two of them. Okay, so, all right, we're gonna play the face game. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you a pair of cards. You're gonna tell me, or you're gonna select which face, A, B, or C, okay? So here we go, the world famous face game. Face number one is gonna look like, and actually, feel free to play along at home and make the face. Face number one. Face number two. Face number three. Face number four. Face number five. Face number six. Face number seven. Face number 8. Face number 9. And face 10. It's an easy game. If you understand a face game, you know exactly how genes work. Genes work. When you get two of the same genes, one from each parent, and they're the same flavor of the gene, we call you homo. homozygous. Homozygous. Two of the same flavor. So I got this one from mom, this one from dad. They're the same color. So I'm homozygous. I got the same instructions from both parents. If you get the same gene from mom, the same gene from dad, but they're different flavors or different colors, we call the different flavors alleles. If they're different alleles, we call you heterozygous. 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 All right? So identify, what's this one? How about this one? How about this one? How about this one? The ghost. All right, and finally, you know that if you get this card or this card, right? These two flavors always show up. We call those in the business dominant alleles. Dominant alleles always show up. So if you inherit one of them, you're going to show it off. Right? Dominant alleles. The yellow one only shows up if there's no dominant around. We call it recessive. Recessive only shows up with no dominant around. That is, if there's a dominant around, it covers up. Only the dominant one shows up. This guy can only show up if it's homozygous, two of the same color. Now there's a word we use, the magic word, which means show us what cards you got in a face game. And that word is called phenotype. Phenotype. Phenotype is basically just the way your genes make you look. So if you got this combination, your phenotype would be tongue out, right? If you get this combination, and I said phenotype, the phenotype would be, let's see, dominant, recessive. Dominant covers up the recessive. That's going to be right? Dominant covers recessive. Phenotype. So today, what are the words you need to know? You need to know the word, you need to know the word allele. You need to know the word phenotype. You need to know the word dominant. You need to know the word recessive. You need to know the word homozygous. And you need to know the word heterozygous. That is the language of genes. And that is what we are learning today, now, this week. Best of luck to you. Who's the monkey that has no fun? It's it. He has fun.